Alright everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for Overcome versus Demonic here in round number 2 of Season 11 for Group B. Starting off strong and maybe a tiny bit loud, because it is the Hillbilly. And I do believe this is actually a mirror on the Wretched Shop, so I am here for it. But regardless, looks like the Billy has already found a survivor. Looking around, survivor obviously also checking out this totem here. Look like it's going to be a ruin at the very least. The survivors are already very well aware as... I don't know about you, I still tap gens when I play Survivor just to see on the off chance if there is that ruin in play. As it has grown much more popular in the past couple of months, but looks like they're taking chase with Ace here on the side. And so I mentioned this the other day. Leave it all together. That's very interesting. Heading all the way across the map. Using that. Oh, this is a very, very dead Adam. Using that firecracker, but to no avail, and that'll be a quick first down. One totem going down, however, Ruin is still in play, and the survivors messing with totems are also aware of a Thrill of the Hunt, as that is a little bit slower to cleanse at the moment, so survivors are well aware of many perks. Also worth noting, there's no corrupt intervention, and I've seen this a couple times now on Billy. Some killers just don't bother with the corrupt, as why would you? You can cross map quicker than almost any other killer at this point, so just go for it. So they'll be going for the tunnel on Adam. Another totem going down. Ruin still in play, so it is also Undying. So Undying, Thrill of the Hunt is gone, but Ruin is still in play. Getting hit through the window, and that is going to be second hook incoming, barring a decisive strike. No decisive strike for Adam, and that will be second stage secured. Saga almost done with their first gen. Other two survivors spreading out in the meantime. Saga being forced off of the generator, but we'll go back to it. Looks like they're heading to Shack to mess with Kate. Or maybe not. Maybe they are going back for Saga after all. Saga will be able to secure the first gen, though. But as I was saying earlier, one thing that I am very, very glad to see, it wasn't announced to my knowledge, but I have seen it with my eyes, and I'm sure you all have too. Behavior has, in fact, at the moment, and for the moment, fixed the spectator bug on custom games. And for that, Behavior, I love you. I'm going to buy so many cosmetics just because of this one fix. Thank you so much for fixing this. And looks like Billy will be securing this stage on Adam, as the other survivors, Ace going to finish their gen, Kate about to finish theirs as well. Interesting. Looks like they want a double pop, giving Billy no idea where to go next. Unless they are going to choose to go for Kate at Shack. Over Kate, I would say, in a very good spot here. Showing themselves out the window. There's the vault. There is the bamboozle. Kate, what are you going to do, friend? So they're going to hold their spot, but they're going to be blocked away from there. And with that bamboozle in play, means they will be going down momentarily here unless they mess up. Trying to crouch check, but no avail. 3v1 and Kate going down. Saga being forced away from the gen they're on. Does Billy notice? They do. And Billy will be chasing around here. Sprint Burst going to get them a little bit of distance away. Is it enough? It is. Going to dodge the first one. Getting through the Shack pallet. Not going to... Or I'm sorry. Not Shack pallet. Filler pallet. And they will be able to stay just a little bit longer. Pre-dropping another one. Billy not curving around the side. But this means that two survivors are off gens, being only Ace is working on gen in the moment. Looks like, however, Saga crawling away. Staying away from the action. I'm sorry, not Saga. Kate crawling away. Saga still taking chase into comp corner, wasting as much time as possible. Oh, but Billy missing the chainsaw means this Saga's going to get a whole lot more time. And they do get the pickup, actually. It makes me wonder if... Because Kate was crawling that whole time, but they still got picked up quickly. That might be a tenacity. Ace, however, only 70% on their gen, is resting with Ruin. Yeah, I think Kate has tenacity, which is kind of spicy here. First, they're coming in for Saga. And it's like Kate might be setting up for the unhook here. Once again, two totems cleansed. Ruin's still in the game. And I'm sure Billy is more than thrilled with that fact. Ace hanging out up top, waiting for Billy to make their commit. And they will be found. Balance landing didn't proc, though, which means they have to drop the pallet. They do have a decent loop here, but Billy could possibly handle it well. Doing cover on the side, but crouching. There's the bamboozle, though, and Ace is going to be forced away. There's no filler pallet on the side here, like there sometimes is. And Ace. Ooh, Billy not going for the quick change but there is going to be the down. Unhook did occur in the meantime, and it's like, yeah, they're just going to go straight for the pickup here. 2 gens remaining, and unless the survivors can find a way to double up, I think that is going to be all they wrote for the survivors' generator progress. Ruin still in play, and 2 survivors been hooked already. There's the overdrive in play. Just going around checking these generators. We see the totem kind of in the middle of the map. Generators still regressing. Both servers are also worth knowing they're injured too. So coming in for this unhook is going to be... Oh, but they hit the iframes! No body block occurring either, so they do get the unhook. Ace desperately taking body blocks for Saga, but able to slip past them. Saga, do they have a pallet here? They do. Going to be dropping it. And if there is a lie, they might be able to get away. No lies, so they're just going to get to the eye tile. And Billy running around this side. Oh, survivors are well aware of where that ruin is now. Unfortunate hit for Saga, getting hit through the pallet. Looks like Billy will be switching off back to the hill gen. Survivor is on it, and they're being chased away. But Survivor did get the call out in time, and without overdrive, they didn't make as much distance, so Billy not going to commit to that chase. Going to instead be hanging back to Saga, I imagine, to get the pickup. Scratch marks in the area, though. Yeah, they're just going to go for the second hook here on Saga. Kate desperately trying to get the... That's the thing. If you can get this 4th generator done, I would say you're sitting pretty, but with 2 generators still... Oh, and a failed skill check also. Good crouch tech. But I say, if Saga got hit through that pallet, I would definitely be careful here. There's the vault. There's the live. And this survivor has not been hooked yet. Swinging through the pallet. Oh my goodness, this Kate is doing the Lord's work, making this chase extend much longer than they probably have any right to. Having a pallet to the side, they actually get to this. Mind game's coming in, but Billy seems to have won it. That's going to be... I cannot believe that did not hit. Kate doing amazing right now. It looks like Billy's going to be zoning them away from the pallet. Kate leaving the pallet altogether, actually. And Billy saying no, but they actually finished the 4th gen. Kate doing exactly what they needed to do to buy their team the time they needed. What a phenomenal job here from Kate. And now Billy, again, 4K1 is, I would say, a pretty good standard result. Maybe 4K 0 gens remaining, but Billy needs to secure a kill ASAP. Otherwise, survivors have shown that if left to their own devices, they will definitely take this Billy for a run. Ooh, Billy coming around, but just hitting the chainsaw on the pallet instead. Kate does have a... No window. Oh, wait, there's no window here. Oh, that's brutal. And I would say this is a somewhat unsafe pallet. Oh, but just barely missing there. I think they might have bumped into something. Oh my goodness, this Kate is doing so good at this loop. Bloodlust 2 coming in before Kate goes down. Are the survivors? They're doubling a gen. They're actually possibly going to get a 5th generator done. Billy's not picking up there. They're going straight to another survivor. Not in time, though, as Ace is able to finish the last generator, which means, actually, if this chase lasts long enough, Saga might be able to open a door. Ace being super greedy, not dropping the pallet, and they get to... Oh, my goodness. With the dead hard at the pallet, too. This is exactly what Ace needed to do. Exit gate will be being opened momentarily, I imagine. And Billy sensing that is going to leave altogether. They do see the survivor on the exit gate, but it's both of them. One of them has already been picked up as well. Oh my goodness, this is an incredible endgame coming in from Demonic, turning what seemed like a 4K2 into possible outs. I am completely floored, y'all. These survivors have pulled some serious miracle here. Again, not to count out Overcome's killer, as they do still have a chance with one slug on the ground, and survivors seemingly not working on the exit gate just yet, that they still might be able to get some downs, but honestly, finishing 2 gens is already impressive and doing a really good job giving their killer a much more attainable win condition here when it comes their turn for killer. Billy's still looking around, seeing if any... Oh, there's the exit gate on the side. I think it's too late. Survivors... Yeah, but I say one survivor sees it. Ace is here. There's the pickup coming in from Kate for Saga. My goodness. They do find Kate, however, and Kate, I do believe, represents the most hook stages here. Palestine coming in, though. I think they're trying to make their way to Shaq to get the hatch. If they have Lithe in play still, they might be able to get some decent distance. Billy coming around the edge. Good dodge coming in from Kate. They have the pallet that they forced Bloodlust 2 on originally. And Kate will go down, and Billy will get a good chunk of points here. 6 in total for them. 3 points denied to the survivors and stages, but survivors able to get 3 points of their own getting the stages out. So it's going to come down to, I believe, 21-13 will be the final score for this trial. But dear goodness, what a phenomenal job. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 20-13. See, this is why we have refs, because I can't math nearly as good as I used to. I'm getting old, folks. Once you cross 30, it's over. But with that said, what's not over is this set and match. Again, Demonic doing a phenomenal job getting those last 2 gens, and not only just getting those last 2 gens, but getting some outs as well. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog, and I was wrong. It's not a Billy mirror, it's a spirit. And I'm okay. If Demonic is able to pull this out after making Overcome use Billy on the first one, I would say they're a step up, because after Billy and the way that they've been buffed, I think they better perform than Spirit on average. So if Spirit can pull this game out for Demonic, I think they're looking good come the following sets, and immediately finding a survivor. Looks like they're going to be dragging the pallet. Claudette going towards the tractor. And they probably have balanced landing. Spirits, will they just go through with it? Ah, they do have balanced landing. We didn't hear them drop in. Spirit saying, yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. And I'll be leaving chase altogether. No ruin this time around. Looking around, seeing the survivor over here, not holding at the pallets. It's Zarina holding W. Very strong W play from this survivor. Running all the way across the map. Spirit going to be using their face once again. Will they be able to get the hit? Not just pre-dropping the pallet, but vaulting over it. Survivors are doing an amazing job making this chase start really rough. Early game having a tough time. Good corrupt, but they're chasing outside the corrupt for what it's worth and harassing another survivor off the gen, getting the hate, but right before the window. And they will be able to start applying some pressure. Again, huge that the survivors aren't being chased inside the corrupt. That is the upside to all these early chases from the killers, that they're able to start chases outside and really pressure these survivors. However, only about 20 seconds remaining on that corrupt intervention. Killer does need a down early on here. Once again, seeing, I believe that was Zarina. Oh, not staying at the pallet, but holding W towards the tractor once again. It is, in fact, Kate instead. This is the injured survivor. Can they get the down? Prey dropping the pallet. Power coming back online in another couple of seconds. Zoning them away from the shack. Do they take it? Phase coming in. Here comes the 50-50. Vaulting across, but no, they dropped it from the other side, and really good mind game from the survivor. Eruption procking on both the gens in the back, slowing them down just a little bit longer. However, Claudette will be finishing their first gen, doubled up with the Zarina. And Claudette, seeing the aura of the killer, definitely very well aware now that there's Rancor in play. Killer knowing they need to secure a survivor, but again, I am seeing a lot more Rancor some days than Noed, and I kind of like it. Killers knowing they can get that little bit of information out, and especially with these mobile killers being able to get across the map. Spirit knowing a survivor is in the vicinity, but not seeing anyone just yet. A little bit about 3 minutes into the game so far. Unhook coming in from Kate. Ada running one way, Kate heading towards the shack. Saving their sprint burst just in time, but they will get to the pallet. How do they handle this pallet, though? Ooh, a great mind game from Kate once again. And now Spirit waiting for their power to come back up. Second phase coming in. Can they get it down now? Going towards Longwall and getting the vault. This pallet is still up, so it is safe to be gamed. Spirit going to need their power once again, coming up in about another 3 seconds. Are they going to get it across the pallet? No, they're not. Eruption proccing in the distance once again. How are the progress on the generators? Arena about to finish their generator. And it looks like the survivors are doubling out the gen that had Eruption proc on it. I think the survivors are about to get 3 gens complete total here. Rancor once again proccing. Spirit coming straight towards the gen that was about to be finished. Really good play here. And yeah, Spirit heading right over there, but not in time. Instead heading back, maybe seeing Survivor rotate back from the other side. And that is, in fact, what was happening. Serena will be caught off guard. And I imagine this will be a tag. Will they stick and chase after the tag, though, is the question. Or will they go back to defend the hook? Power about up. I imagine Cloud's going to be rotating over, especially because you want that Survivor in the line of fire, knowing they are the Rancor target. They are the most valuable asset. Oh, Claudette was coming over, but she's actually able to stop it from happening. Huge from the Spirit. Is there another rotation coming in? Yes, there is. Claudette. I know. Claudette snuck back instead. Phenomenal job from Overcome Survivor team, making sure this Kate lasts as long as possible. Now the question is, can the tunnel out occur in a timely manner? Really good job on the pallet drop. Wasting the time. However, this area is almost a dead zone at this point. There are so many pallets in this vicinity that have been dropped. Power coming in once again. Trevor does not make it to the window, and that will be one very dead Kate, barring a decisive strike. No decisive strike, and that is one server out of the game, sent back to the campfire via the entity. However, we see Ada in the main building cranking out the gen, and do they finish it in time? I think they do. Yeah, they absolutely finish it now. Hook not coming close enough, and now the question is, does Spirit understand the mission? We see Deja Vu getting extra gen progress, but Spirit phasing in. Spirit does phase in, but is instead just going to kick the gen. They see the blood. They see the survivors off in the distance. This is still somewhat of a holdable 3-gen, especially for Spirit, but they're going to need some downs ASAP. Both survivors are injured, and I imagine they're going to go reset across the map, start this 3v1 fresh and healed. Possibly even seeing or hearing survivors. That we see the scratch marks. Oh, if they had come out swinging, they would have got that. Crazy, but they do interrupt the heal in the meantime. If Ada swapped over to work on the generator, holding comp corner, they do go down. There's the eruption, though. And do we see the aura of a survivor working on it? No, we do not. Did they call out? Looks like they might have. Claudette working back on it immediately, leaving the survivor slugged in the corner. Again, they have another survivor injured. It does make sense to come back over here. Spirit does have a chance to clutch this, but survivors are not making it easy. Ada rotating over to get the pickup on the down survivor. Spirit looking up from the top. They see the scratch marks going around the backside of Shack. Do they commit to this chase? Looks like they will. Zooming in the back, we do see the pickup on Zarina and the down on Claudette. And the Spirit will be very happy getting a hook. I think they're just going to go for a more... Yeah, I'm about to say, you go for a more central hook here. Maybe not the one behind... Oh, they want the one behind Shack. Yeah, and I think they make it too, even without agitation. No, they're going... Last second basement hook. Juicy. I love to see it. There's the medkit coming in for a self-care. Ada coming in, trying to get around the side for an unhook. And with a basement hook, okay, that's actually insane. Basement hook in the middle of the 3-gen while that gen's regressing is going to be actually quite powerful. One thing worth noting, the Sloppy Butcher definitely making it a little bit more difficult to reset early on, so that might have been why they were able to interrupt so well. We see scratch marks coming in, getting a hit through the window. Amazing read from the Spirit, getting a hit on Zarina, and yeah, they're not going to bother committing. Power coming in, however, Ada... Oh my goodness. Managing to sneak in for the unhook immediately. Zarina goes to self-care once again. Will they bother with tunneling out? It looks like they will. This Claudette is so insanely slippery in chase. The number of times she has just disappeared and showed up in a place that I didn't expect her is amazing. Well played to them. Spirit immediately going in, knowing they're going to use balance landing. Even with the speed boost, not able to get away. Now the question is there a delayed and decisive in play? It is within 60 seconds. No decisive from the Claudette. That is going to be second hook coming in. Ada 50% on the generator at the hill. That honestly, this is one of the most MVP medkits of all time, allowing the survivor to go into the corner and self-care while one survivor does the generator, really helping these survivors get back into the game. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe that didn't hit. Great read coming in from the Spirit, knowing as far as going to immediately go for the unhook when the phase started. Another fake. Oh my goodness, they missed the hit. And Ada this whole time working on the gen. The Spirit is going to actually commit to this, surprisingly. But to say, I would be worried about that far gen. And I think the Spirit is, but the problem is it is too little too late, I think. Or is it? And Ada will take their leave of absence. Unhook does come in on Claudette. But as I thought that gen was finishing for sure, but Spirit coming in just in the nick of time. Heals coming in for Claudette from Zarina. Survivors thinking about coming in, and they hear them regardless. Now, however, that gen has had multiple eruption procs on it already, and they get to hook right by it. I think if the survivors play their cards right, even if this... So this hook is obviously going to be regressing quite a bit because they get to sit here, you know, keep an eye on the gen, and that gets to regress. But if the survivors play... Oh, Zarina peek around the edge. Spirit is going to come off of it. However, there might be a deliverance coming in, which would be a huge reset for the survivors. Swinging through and getting hit. There is the deliverance, though. Spirit immediately going back to the generator. However, if Claudette's working on a second generator in this 3-gen besides the one at Hill, could be huge for them. Again, I think there's only one more eruption left on this generator before it is no longer able to be regressed, and Spirit is going to take their time to apply it once more. And yeah, Claudette is working on this gen, now being doubled up with by Zarina. Spirit does see it, though, seeing Zarina come over here. These survivors are doing an amazing job bringing this game back from a 3v1 at 2 gens remaining. Balance landing once again. This must be the favorite spot of Claudette. Immediately going back to work on the generator. Serena walking back in. Claudette will be pushed away, but that means this entire time Ada's been able to work on the gen at Hill. What is that progress? Not quite as much as they would like, but again, they can only take so many more regression events. Spirit's actually a bit in a pickle now. Have to see if they're able to come back from this or not. Immediately heading back towards Ada. Ada has not been reset yet. We see them, and they are, in fact, completely zoned, but Ada, they held W instead of coming back to the pallet. That means they actually probably get away. Power's not off recharge yet, and they get to the TNL. There's the final gen popping. This is going to be really close, folks. They can't, yeah, but I said they can't afford to hook this. Exit gate completely opposite side. Zarina walking around to get the unhook. I'm sorry, the pickup. Claudette halfway done on the exit gate. I don't think you can commit to this exit gate now. They are going to, though. Yeah, they get this open. Claudette will be forced out. They're not even going to bother forcing her out yet. There's the pickup. They need to find Zarina right now. If they are able to hook Zarina and get her out of the game, by death hook, obviously, that means that the this will be a tie set. However, if they get Zarina out, that's the mission. It's it's get down Mr. President, or this is get down Mrs. President, as Zarina is the president in this scenario. Ada has been hooked once. Claudette hooked twice. Killer desperately looking around the edges of the map, expecting Zarina to crawl. Zarina waiting out on the edge. Oh, this is so tense. If they're able to get the survivor out, this will be a monumental achievement for the survivor squad. If the killer, on the other hand, is able to find them, are they making the break? They're making the break for it! They get out! Spirit was facing towards the exit gate, but able to get out in time. And that will be Claudette coming out in style. Overcome Survivor Squad, able to pull out the W here against the Spirit after all. Alright, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading back in for set number 2. It is the Midwich Elementary School, and not a mirror match, but we see Demonic cranking out the Dredge here, and honestly, love the fit. It's a classic. Immediately breaking some walls down, trying to see if they find anybody out in the open, but survivors seem to be stealthing up pretty good. Survivors doubling up on a gen downstairs. Ooh, we hear someone working on the gen outside, though, and Dredge did too. Thinking about going for a kick, but deciding against it. Seeing a survivor over here near the ramp. Ooh, great locker. And maybe 2 survivors actually being displaced here. We see Nicolas Cage taking a hit through the pallet. Eating the pallet as well. Dredge using power, coming a little bit closer, and they will get the hit across the pallet. Interesting. Jolt. Seeing both those generators explode. Sloppy Butcher getting revealed as well to these survivors. However, looks like they will be able to possibly finish this gen unless there's a pain res. No pain resonance coming in, and that is going to be first gen complete as first hook goes down. Killer looking around, seeing nobody in the vicinity. Claudette finding a new gen to work on. Looks like Deja Vu coming into practice. Everybody else splitting up on gens, and Killer looking to just maybe camp this to second stage, checking these hallways out. Very interested to see what the changes coming down from behavior to Midwich are going to end up being. Don't know if Cage would have called that out to his friends. But it looks like they are getting their power possibly ready. Yeah, everybody's just working on their own gen, just chilling out here. Does make sense. Killer's power, however, not quite where needs to be. Second stage is secured. Jumping downstairs, they do find a survivor off the generator. Looks like they found Kate. Survivor, I imagine, going to be rotating up to get Cage off the hook. Swing through, and they get the hit. Pallet being dropped. Might regret that. Gonna try and teleport nearby, but as close as they can get as those are blocked off. Also noticing there's not a lot of lockers. Oh, but they cut off the survivor, rotating around for the unhook. Quick scouting being done, and the survivor will be able to sneak past, and this will probably end up being a hook trade, I would imagine. No, it won't be a hook trade. They actually are going to be able to only get one hit in, not able to interrupt it. Overcage is second stage. Not going to go for the tunnel, instead going for the down. Oh, they are going to go for the tunnel after all. Getting the cutoff and immediately catching where Cage is. Oh, that is huge. I'm sorry, not Cage, that's Kate. Wait, finding multiple survivors over here. 2 down for the count. They're still halfway through their power. Killer scouting around, trying to find anyone in the vicinity, but survivors have stealthed out. Going back, it looks like they're going to take over and pick up their slug here. No. Trying to find a new Killer Instinct, but not going to find anything. Killer doing a really good job so far. They find someone on the generator, and it looks like they will be able to push them off. Great job from Claudette, making a lot of wasted time here for the Killer. However, still 2 survivors down. Getting hit through the window. Will they continue chase? Still slugged on the ground. Kate getting picked up. Cage was able to go over there and get the pickup on them. However, all survivors are injured. That means that power is going to be... We can even see the bar slowly moving up. Survivors have to be careful as that anytime they can be pushed away from their objective. Killer is on the brink of a snowball if they can just get their power back soon. There's the final pickup. All survivors are up but injured, and they are taking chase with Cage here. Cage is Death Hook. 2 survivors here, actually. Claudette probably willing to go down. They are starting to reset. Looks like Lara will be the first one to get healed up. Claudette going down. Killer looking around. Looks like Cage is able to escape a little bit longer. Getting all the way to the other side. Reset did finish up on Kate. Cage holding the corner, but they want this survivor down. Survivors have not been on gens for at least a minute now. This pallet is gone. Cage will be going down momentarily, getting stuck on the gurney. Jolt coming in. I imagine pickup for Claudette will be coming in momentarily, but that will be one server dead. Yep, there's the pickup on Claudette. Server getting back on the generator as we speak. Starting to lock these lockers. That's one thing that I think might be costing the survivors is that the lockers really haven't been locked up until recently. Honestly, that might have been their downfall this early game. And now with the 3v1 secured, they do find the injured survivor again. Can they get this down? Also worth noting that last hook was a pain res, so resetting the progress on the generator even more. Jolt coming in. However, survivors are doubling the third generator. Was it gonna leave survivor on the ground slugged? I'm wondering if it might have been better to try and hook for a scourge hook, but oh, coming in, getting a hit on the Kate. Pressure coming in once again, teleporting a little bit closer, pushing the survivor away. Survivor getting mind game, and they will take a hit through the pallet. Killer is in a really good spot right now, going back for their hook. 2 survivors injured, they have to reset. This might be the moment where the Killer is able to snowball and possibly secure a 4K2. Survivors are going to be hard pressed to get anything else. Again, this is Dredge. There are no second chances allowed. Honestly, if I remember correctly, I don't think there's a lot of I don't think there's even that many exhaustion perks allowed against this Killer, if I'm being completely honest. Let alone, you know, decisive, unbreakable, deliverance. None of that is here. Survivors have nothing but their wit strategy and themselves in their voice chat. Dredge getting rid of one of these locked lockers. Chasing survivors around, going instead. Oh, I cannot believe these lockers near basement aren't blocked. Unhook coming in. Oh, no. Claudia getting body blocked in. This is the snowball that the Killer is looking for. Not just the snowball of their outfits. I'm about to say, take the... Survivor can't run out. Oh, they barely got out. Okay. Caster's curse a little bit, but that Survivor barely was able to get out of basement. Claudette doing what she needed to do to make sure the Survivor got out, but... Pain Res coming in on the most progressed generator. Oh my goodness, this Dredge immediately teleporting to where the Kate is, and this is snowball territory, folks. Oh my goodness. Only saving grace that this locker was in fact locked preemptively. Oh, but Dredge dropping down, but the pallet is still up. God pallet out of the way. 2 God pallets gone. Immediately teleporting back to that unhook. Claudia trying to sneak away, but the Dredge isn't having any of it. That Killer Instinct revealing them. There is no window here, so this is the only pallet they have. Firecracker coming in, not to any avail, and Dredge soon to be coming in. Do they get the... Yes, they do. About to say, I think that locker jump scared my frames as not working out. Another Jolt coming into this generator as well. Jolt is a really... Honestly, I think this is the first time I've seen Jolt in a hot minute on this map, but it is so good. There are so many gens in the area. Kate once again being pushed away. It is now 2v1, and I'll be honest, folks, I don't think these survivors are long for the world. I think this is going to be the slow eventual decay of the survivor squad at 2 gens remaining. Another locked locker preventing an easy down, but... Oh, Kate getting caught out here. In the meantime, that will be a hit over the pallet. Jen getting hit. If the Dredge doesn't check this gen, they have a chance, but... The perfect teleport to where she was going to walk to!
Wait, no.
Great killer instinct read from the killer, and this is looking like it's the end of the line, folks. And that is all there is. 4K2 for Dredge on Midwich in trial number 3. And we'll be moving on to trial number 4 very shortly, as these survivors are sent in an orderly fashion back to the campfire. However, we are going to, you know, sit here for about a minute or so as the entity does not recognize these survivors are dead. Just yet. They like to watch some suffering. Who doesn't? You know, but this isn't a pinhead match, so I digress. That said, sure would be lovely to hang out here with our snowman and watch these survivors slowly but steadily progress to death phase. But, you know, that just gives us time to reminisce on this game. Again, crazy game coming in from the Dredge. Phenomenal gameplay from both sides. And we'll be coming back for trial number 4. Overcome will be killing. However, one killer I have not seen on this game in a hot minute. Okay, this is going to give me a headache, folks. We're going to go over and watch Kate suffer a little bit. Do some butterfly exercise. Do some jumping jacks on hook. But like I was saying, we're going to be seeing Skull Merchant being cracked out from Overcome here in just a moment. I've seen Skull Merchant in comp before. I'm sure we all have back in the day. Not as much of a common pick, and I am very curious to see how Overcome holds up with Skull Merchant. I can't say I have seen Skull Merchant on Midwich. That is a very interesting pick. But I'm kind of here for it. I'm curious to see what the survivors do in response to it. But with that said, that is the upcoming trial for what we have in store for y'all. And again, thank you all so much for watching. It has been a pleasure to have you on round 2 of Season 11. Again, we had to take a small intermission as the game was a little bit too buggy to play in a competitive style without having to worry about too many resets. But we are back. We are coming in strong, and we're looking forward to it. So then, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't, we are partnered with Exit Lag. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for trial number 4 of set number 2. This could be the halfway mark. Renato going over and checking a locker, but sorry, there's no locks in these lockers. It's the Skull Merchant. I think they were taking it slightly off guard. I was like, wait, why is there no lock here? Oh, right. And Skull Merchant doing Skull Merchant things, already setting up those drones. Again, I'm very curious to see how Demonic Survivor Squad handles. Again, all they got to do is complete 4 generators, and they have the W here. Actually, yes, 4 generators. That is correct. 4 generators is the win condition. However, Ruin doing some work. Lara Croft taking an M1. I do believe that the Skull Merchant was a little bit stealthy as they might have been in their drone. Trying to get the blind. They do get the blind. Residual Manifest. Unironically, Residual Manifest on Midwich? Actually kind of a savage perk if we're being completely fair about it. Not able to see any of those generators or anything else. Losing a little bit of... You know, I like this perk choice coming from Lara. Honestly, kind of a W. But with that said, staying in chase, wasting as much time as possible. They want to try to finish 2, maybe even 3 generators. However, they might be going down here at the pallet. Running through the pallet to the back of it. They do go down. Probably trying to get away from Jolt if they expect to have it, but there is no Jolt here. Only Ruin and Sloppy Butcher. Kelly looking around, going into the back. There's hook placement is kind of rough. Skull Merchant making their way. Getting the gen done. And there is going to be a pain res. As Jake's gen was pretty close. So first gen down for the first hook like previously. However, there's another gen that has a lot of progress. Looks like Kate making their way over for the unhook in the meantime. Adam will take chase at the music room. Pallet stun coming in though. And here is what every person hates. The Skull Merchant dropping that drone, looping around. However, they will just get one scan and move on to the next room. Taking a tag. They got a window to vault. And will Skull Merchant stay on or not? Ooh. Getting broken in the meantime. It looks like Skull Merchant has disengaged entirely. Looks Looks like Sarah was here, but they are able to scoot away. Scratch marks. Very faint at this moment. And that gen is slowly regressing. Ruin doing some work here. Survivor's not able to find it just yet, surprisingly. However, they do find a Survivor at the top of this ramp. Oh, never mind. Ruin is in plain sight. They just may not want to deal with not having it. Laura being found once again and will be pushed away. Getting a hit through the pallet. Absolutely filthy hit coming in. Adam's still broken and injured at the moment. Laura being pushed into the corner here. And I imagine going to leave. Oh my goodness. This gen being interrupted at the 99 percentile. Actually, I'm curious, are they using this to possibly be stealthy in a moment and try and sneak up on the Renato again, but no, they didn't. Laura minding me this incredibly well. 2 more gens following, 3 gens down. Survivors are doing amazing work against the Skull Merchant at the moment, doing the best to take these chases as long as possible. Laura does go down in the corner, but no jolt to be had. 50% of the way done on this generator. If they can double this gen and finish it in time, that will be set 2, falling to Demonic. However, there is a Pain Res coming in, as Pain Res wasn't the original hook like I had actually thought, so I apologize for that. Drone being recalled in the meantime. Kate hiding out. Are the Survivors able to finish this gen? Kate possibly setting up for an unhook. Killer goodbye. They do finish the gen, and that will be the win con secured for Team Demonic. Skull Merchant was in fact defending her hook this whole time. So while Demonic will be taking the W here in set number 2, looks like Overcome is going to try to hold it to a reasonable... Oh, but taking 2 tag scans... Doesn't matter. Wasn't going to be able to stop it in the meantime. Iframes hit on Laura. And they will continue the chase to tunnel out the Survivor. Will they get back over the top of it? No, they held W and went past it. Body blocks coming in very strong from Adam. Both Kate and Laura now, I'm realizing, are both broken and injured. Looks like Renato might even be over here to take a hit as well, potentially, but no. I think they have, well, actually, she got to the side of the map that's safe enough. There's a pallet and a window here. Swinging through the pallet, and that means she gets to the window. Incredible job from Laura, looping this killer for as much time as needed for her team. Oh, expecting the double back, but not getting it. Oh my word. She is making so much distance here. Looks like Renato was even ready for the stun there from the locker. Renato interacting with the drone just to eat up more time from this killer. They are not letting this Laura go down. It is get down, Mrs. President, swinging through and not getting it. Oh my word, I cannot believe how much this... Oh my goodness, this Laura is doing so much emotional damage to me and the killer right now. They do eventually, inevitably, go down. But they see 2 survivors across the way working on a gen, and they will be pushed off of it in the meantime. Ruin is still up and running. There is someone here. They do see 2 survivors here again, using that scanner to great effect. Looks like they find Adam in the meantime. Adam vaulting across. They get the pickup on Laura. All that work for Laura just for nothing. 3 different survivors injured and broken at the same time, practically. Oh my goodness. Skull Merchant trying to get some pressure mounting back. Basement is here. 2 gens are really close by, but I don't know if I would call this a 3 gen. Where's the 3rd generator? I'm trying to look for it. Oh, it's in the top of Cross. Yeah, this is not a 3 gen at all. It's a decent gen spread, but it's no 3 gen by any means. Throwing down even more drones. Survivors are resetting in the meantime, though. And I think they understand the assignment. We see Croft fully healed in the meantime, dropping a drone down, trying to get as many of those scans as possible. Great job once again. Getting the residual manifest. Cleansing the totem in the meantime. They were playing Distractable. And they're going to be forced to go back to this generator. Going to be dry kicking it in the meantime. And I think these survivors are only a few minutes away from finishing the last gen. I don't know how you hold this as Skull Merchant. Yep, survivors doubling up on the far side gen. Skull Merchant can't afford to leave this. They have a basement hook. They have 2 gens in the area, but they're gonna go away anyway. Second stage is secured on Adam. And they will get Renato pushed away, not getting the hit through the pallets. Looks like the survivor is coming down from the top. Or no, Skull Merchant read it better than I did. They were going upside. However, survivors once again doubling this generator. I think they're more than happy to let Adam go to death phase. I think Skull Merchant detects this. I imagine they'll commit this and finish the 5th generator to boot. Last gen complete for the survivors. Demonic showing up and doing a phenomenal job here in set number 2. We will be going to tiebreakers momentarily, folks. It's like one survivor already in the exit gate trying to work on it. Laura about 20% of the way done. However, she is broken and injured. Nothing left, and they will go down, leaving him slugged on the ground, I imagine, until they confirm. 50% on the other exit gate, though. Renato willing to take some damage here to make sure that Kate is able to finish the door. Body blocks coming in, and they will get it. That's going to be a 2-man escape, 2 freshes. Very strong score for Demonic in set number 2, which will give them a much hardier advantage come tie breaks. As if it does come down to a tie in set number 3, I think Demonic does have the advantage here. Looking around for that final survivor, and they do find them. Or will be sent back to the campfire via the entity. And I'll be moving on set number 3 very shortly, folks. But with that said, thank you all so much for watching. Again, it has been a blast being here with y'all. Again, you, the viewers, are the sponsors of today's broadcast. All the ads they do watch, all of it, all this stuff, of course, all the work getting you by using code COTF for checkout for 10% off of your purchase. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for set number 3. Overcome cracking out the artist. And we're on the gas heaven. Curious to see what comes of this. Looks like survivors already making their way to main building. Does make sense. It is a strong structure, to say the least. So we see a totem in there as well. It's going to be Ruin. We see another totem, though, possibly Undying. Really good job chasing at main building so far. Oh, Claudette mind gaming. Or maybe not leaving the structure at all. Yeah, they didn't leave the structure at all. Very strong. Leaving the... Oh, my word. This Claudette's pathing is immaculate at the moment. However, not the strongest pallet to be at. However, I think she's just going to take the crows and run with it. Oh, but she's got stuck on the ice machine. She might be forced to go back into main building. Artist knowing so and going to cut it off, forcing her outside in the meantime. And that is first down coming in at 5 gens. How many gens will they finish in the meantime? Halfway through 1. Flashlight save almost coming in, but Artist is able to avoid it. Oh, that was so incredibly close. Artist throwing crows across the way. Able to interrupt Ada a little bit, but in the meantime, just going to be doubling on this generator. They do finish it in the meantime. And I think we might just be sitting here for just a moment as we survivors decide what they want to do. Again, it was a very quick down, I would say, for the artist, so I could understand completely wanting to camp this to second stage. And I think survivors are going to accept that. They say, yeah, you can have the second stage. We're going to go split up on 3 different gens, and that is the exchange that has been agreed upon. Nothing just yet. Looks like Ada will be coming in for a last second save. Can she get past the body block? She can, possibly. Being forced away once again. Not able to. They will be. I'm sorry. They will be securing second stage. Ooh, barely avoiding the Dire Crow, and they are going to be pushed away into the corner. I imagine Unhook will be coming in, but that will be another down. Kate about to finish the generator at Shack as they do get the safe unhook. For the people coming in, it's going to be very useful. It's like they're going to be chased off. Leave them slugged in the corner. They do want to tunnel this out. Second gen does go down for the survivors. Ooh, hearing them on the side, and they will be able to locate the Claudette. Not able to get the hit through the window, and Claudette's going to get a little bit to safety here. Oh, but they do get a hit at the corner from the Dire Crows. Really well done by the artist. Survivors do pick up and reset the Ada in the meantime. The survivors not long for this world. Imagine they hold W from this pallet. No, they're going to stick at the pallet, trying to mind game it, but it... Regardless, they will get hit through the pallet. And that will be Death Hook secured for Claudette. However, in the meantime, survivors wasting no count. Kate about to finish their generator. No, they're not. Pain Red's going to stop it just in the nick of time. Looks like Sarah's going to use Inner Healing to get some advantage there and resets. And Ada, in the meantime, will be pushed away from her gen. However, Kate will be finishing their gen in momentarily in about the next 10 seconds. Vaulting through long wall. And I imagine, oh, barely missing the Crow, not setting it up in time. Their generator will go down from Kate as Laura sets up in main building to work on their generator. Going around the side, and this... Will it be an M1 swinging through, and they actually managed to dodge and dispel the Crows simultaneously. Window being blocked off finally, and Artist will disengage altogether, harassing Laura Croft in the main building. Survivors not doing too bad at the start of this 3v1, but we'll have to see how they continue to hold it again. Looks like Totem is still up, Ruin is still alive. Pushing Laura away from main building entirely, going into the dead zone of the map. But I'd say Survivors very smart, recognizing that this is exactly where they want to chase. There's that hook respawn coming in that we were talking about earlier. Crow being set up outside. Survivor will take the Crow, but that means that they are very much lined up for the shotgun. Vaulting through like a maniac. And able to get away and distance as they're going to be dispelling the Crows momentarily. Survivor is halfway on a generator. 70% on another. And Artist is going to have to disengage if they want to keep these generators intact. So we're heading into the corner of the map. However, they might have doubled back into the tower. Looks like they did. Might have slow vaulted through the window and maybe scattered. Nobody away. Totem going down, though, and is cleansed. And just like that, Artist has one perk, the good old trusted Pain Resident. Looks like they did actually take away. Ada, however, is eventually found and will be chased off of this gen and the cars. Holding Sprint Burst. Make it to the long wall. There is the fourth generator. Survivors make an insane pressure and comeback. They will drop the pallet in the meantime, though, and it's like Lara did get a reset in the meantime. Still waiting to dispel the crows. Missing a pivotal dire crow there, and Survivor will get away after dispelling. Oh my goodness, this Survivor is doing so amazing at the moment. Finally taking a tag, but the Survivors have had so much ample time to work on it. I think this killer is... things are not looking good. Again, they've used all their perks up except for this. We know there's no Know It in the endgame, no Rancor, nothing to clutch this out in endgame for the killer. And oh my goodness, Ada is just doing so well, pathing immaculately, running across the map, taking the killer away from the gens. Seeing a notice notification over in the distance, maybe a failed skill check. Eventually does go down, but they're gonna finish. Not sure why Lara has crows, but you know, it's an aesthetic. Do you know this is actually the latest microtransaction you can buy from the store? You can just have crows flying around you all the time. But that is first hook for Ada, and I imagine Survivors would be very happy to take their 2-man out here and leave the killer with a 6-stage 2K. Or maybe they'll get a little bit greedy and come back in and try and get some extra stages out again. I think this is an admirable showing and result from the Survivor Squad, as they will be fighting back with their own Billy. So I would imagine Billy can put up a pretty good result, but again, that's why we play it out. Not even able to get any killer instinct, and that is the door open. Firecracker going off, and Survivors will be making a prompt escape, leaving their poor Ada to die on first hook. But with that said, that'll be a 6-stage 2K for Overcome's killer, and we'll be coming back with Demonic's killer for one last trial before moving on to the last match of the day. Again, we're running a little bit late. Some of these matches have gone a little bit long, but this one finishing up pretty timely. So with that said, thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back in just a short moment. Stay tuned through these ads, as they do help us out a lot on the back end. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We're loading in for the final trial of this match. It is going to be the Hillbilly coming in hot and fast. And we have a surprise guest showing up at the last possible second, but I'm super happy to have company to the voices in my head. Hens, how are you doing, friend?
Hello. Happy to be here. Always happy to commentate a Billy game, especially.
I was about to say, you're something of a specialist, aren't you?
Little bit. This killer brought surveillance and Thanaphobia. This is a very interesting build. They're definitely out to slug people.
Oh, I think you're right. I think they're out for violence here. First down coming in pretty clutch. No corrupt intervention, just like... What? You are absolutely correct.
That is crazy. The confidence on that, and now he can pick, and there are 2 people down in this area. Very good use of surveillance.
Yeah, absolutely well done. And be first hook coming in. Survivor still under pallet. Trying to get some work underway. Jen about 50% done at Shack. And they know it too. Heading over here. Overdrive about to kick in. Oh, I see what they were going for there. If they had gotten that, I might have screamed a little bit, but Survivor, very wise, leaving altogether. Quick vaulting through. There's the live for distance, but is it going to be enough? Looks like it will be, and Billy seeing scratch marks at the... across the middle. It's actually going to intercept. Could this be a 4-man slug at 5 gens?
Yeah, this might unironically come down. If this Claudette dies fast, then we're looking at a 4K5, but she manages to dodge.
Yeah, they did a really good job there, only taking the M1 in the meantime. Surveillance showing that these Survivors didn't go back for it. They do get the pickup, however. Oh my goodness, this Billy's map sense is insane.
Now, while all of this is going on, I think the Survivor is going 2nd stage, and we're still at 5 gens.
They absolutely did. They do finally get the unhook, but everybody but Zarina is injured. Billy going back to the unhook. I imagine they are able to find the Survivor, get a quick down. 3v1 at 5 gens, that's not looking too hot. I don't want to call it early, but Demonic is coming out here in full force for this game. Survivor has, in fact, not been hooked yet. They might be able to finish the Shack Gen in the meantime, but like you said, Thanatophobia coming in, that's what, 6% slowdown?
Yeah. No, I think it's 4, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 2 each, and then if you have all 4, you get an extra bonus.
Oh, okay, so the hook doesn't count as injured. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That is actually really fascinating. They do get the unhook. Down coming in, but the Survivor is very much dead. Still looking with a really powerful score here for the killer. Survivors have a lot of pressure to overcome in the meantime. Hillbilly just run across the map. They find an injured Survivor. It looks like it's Laura. Laura getting pushed away from the gen, going towards main. They're going to get cut off from it, though. Oh my gosh, that's such a close curve.
Yeah, this is a dangerous hillbilly. Oh. Wow. Great mind game.
Absolutely. Leaving him on the ground saying, this violence is not enough. I have overdrive. Let's go find another. Going across the map. Our Survivor is going to be able to split up properly. Serena 50% on a generator. They see the surveillance and they see the Serena running away. Surveillance is such a choice for a perk.
Yeah, this is gonna be so unstoppable, especially together with Ruin. And they still have not even... Did they cleanse Undying? No, I don't think they did.
I don't think they have either. Yeah, we still see Totem at main.
Yeah, that's still 2 totems up, and with Surveillance, he has so much information.
Absolutely. Trying to S-curve that, but not quite able to manage it. They're gonna turn around. Yes, they are, and they get the... Oh! I love hillbillies that play with this level of confidence. There's the totem, though. Looks like they actually did cleanse Undying, so Ruin is gone. But they've already got so many points in the meantime. I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this.
Yeah.
But, hey, A for effort.
Dominating lead at this point is going to be so hard to pretty much get anything done.
The thing that blows my mind about this is this Billy didn't take tried and true bamboos, so they're like, we don't need Bam.
No. We're going to slug.
No way!
Oh my god.
That is brutal. That wasn't even the Survivor they were initially going for. They just happened to be there, and they know the collision on that car, skating by it. And it looks like this is going to be a 4K4. They get the long fall. Do they get the S-curve in between? No, they don't. Unhook coming in, but Laura will take an M1. Serena's going to go back for the pickup, but I don't think they're even going to get a chance to make it. Light getting some distance. Taking the borrowed time hit, but the Survivor is not even close to recovering. Yeah, this is 4K4. Good grief. Well, it was great having you. Sorry, that was such a quick game. Decisive. Okay, I bite my tongue.
Not
Caster's
over.
curse.
Yeah.
Oh, I done did it now.
Now they're definitely going to come back, right?
Oh, yeah. 4 gens trust. 4 gens.
Surely.
Going down immediately after the pickup. Coming around the side.
Oh my god.
This is not a safe loop against Billy, right?
This is one of the most... Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, if that had hit. Billy doing just a phenomenal job on this, and Survivor goes down once again.
Absolute domination. I don't think I've watched such a dominant hillbilly game in a long time.
Absolutely. Very, very fun to see. And again, not to throw the Survivors under the bus, they did what they could, but this Billy is just... you can probably count the number of Billies that play like this in comp on a hand, right? There's not many people that play this kind of Billy, right?
You need to be a hillbilly main to be this proficient, and without knowing this player, I'm sure he is.
But I say this Billy player played them before the buff, right?
Yeah, I mean it's like they came in with a build that was like made to do exactly that, and they used it so beautifully. Instantly snowballed the game, never let go of the pressure, hit all their curves, like beautiful.
Absolutely, it was a masterclass in hillbilly style, and With that said, just finding the slug survivors, coalescing in the center to say, come on, Billy. We understand. It was okay. You did good. Just put us out of our misery. And Billy, not being the cruel and unusual killer that they are, will send them back to the campfire in style via the entity. And with that said, Demonic will be taking the W here in set number 3. Well played to both these teams, and congratulations to Demonic. But with that said, we're moving on very quickly to the next game. It is Misery versus Sorrow from Group A, as this game went very, very long today. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back in just a moment as soon as these survivors are sent back to the campfire in an orderly fashion. Wait, is that survivor hitting skill checks on the hook right now? If there's a deli in play still.
Gotta get those points going.
Oh yeah. You know what? I
sometimes do
respect
that out of habit, to be honest. I sometimes forget to.
I thought it might have been a deliverance just at the very end to mess around, but if it was, the Billy just doesn't seem to care. They're just chilling. Oh man. Yeah, that was super fun. I'm gonna go back and watch that game here in a second, and you know what? Y'all can too, as we will have this replay up for you momentarily.